Information can be treated as a resource which can help us to manage other physical resources more efficiently or effectively. However, more and more we're seeing information has been sold as product or offered as service. As an example, Carfax offered used car history reports based on the VIN number, vehicle identification number. And so if you're interested in purchasing or even selling a used car, you can go to Carfax.com and request a report for $39.99. And this is an example of just selling the information as a product. Carfax certainly need to gather all those information from insurance company, local DMV, and other sources in order to give you a complete historical record about a particular car. We're going to discuss Britannica as another example of how information can be sold as a product. In this case, it started as a printed encyclopedia, and gradually Britannica has been losing the market share and sales volume due to some disruptive force, which we're going to look at it in next slide later. Although they do try to offer and catch up with the technology, more recently they try to offer an iPad apps to get access to the Britannica's encyclopedia. But finally, in 2012, Britannica decided to stop printing the printed version for good. Information can also be treated and offered as services. For instance, Google provide service to help you to search for information on the web. Google's vision and mission is to help us to get access to the world's information on one click. On the other hand, Facebook provide social networking service on the web. Facebook's mission is to give people the power to share and make the world more open and connected. So we're going to look at Britannica's history based on the Harvard Business Review's article. And one of the disruptive force, the very first one, which impacted sales of Britannica, is in around 1993. The CD-ROM based encyclopedias started to appear, including Incada, which is from Microsoft, Grolier, Campton, and a few others. The price ranged from $50 to $70, and usually they're bundled with a new PC for free to a new PC user. The content quality probably is not as good, and distribution channel, as I mentioned, is either through computer store or just a free bundling with a new PC. The cost for CD-ROM based encyclopedia vary, but once it's produced, which can be expensive, to make a copy and creating a new CD-ROM with encyclopedia on it, it is close to zero. The cost is close to zero, and this here it's just $1.50 per copy. The marginal cost, just print multi-volume set of Britannica, can easily cost $250 for the production of it, and while they have to actually pay the door-to-door salesperson's commission, which range from $500 to $600, which is quite expensive. And that's why a whole set of Britannica will cost you about $1,500. Let's look at some trend line. In 1990, that's kind of when the sales of printed Encyclopaedia Britannica pick around, I think, 120,000 copies. When CD-ROM-based Encyclopedia came around, Microsoft in 1993 was Encarta. The sales has dropped for about 30,000 copy to 67,000 copy. And by the way, in 1990, the World Wide Web was invented. Netscape, which make it very easy for typical user to browse the web, has been invented in 1995. Google, which make the content on the web easy to search, was incorporated in 1999. And Google went IPO in 2004. Eventually, even Encarta discontinued. But what caused discontinuing Encarta? And it's due to the Wikipedia, which has been launched in 2001. We'll discuss Wikipedia just a little bit more later. The Encyclopaedia Britannica is not really sitting in idle. In 94, quite early, they started to explore putting their content on the web and on CD-ROM. And however, they discontinued its door-to-door sales force in 1996. In 1999, they tried to offer free and advertising-supported online encyclopedia. In 2000, it started to launch a learning portal for K-12 educational institute, and this is actually their bread and butter nowadays, due to the good quality of its content. Wikipedia showed up in 2001, and that kind of caused a gradual decline of the printed version. And finally, in 2012, the last printed set has been printed but then discontinued. As we can see, Wikipedia has totally a new model, which is very disruptive force. And the rise of active user on Wikipedia has been quite dramatic. In about 10 years, the monthly active user for Wikipedia has reached about 1 billion, with a B, 1 billion user. And while, as we have shown earlier in the previous slide, the Britannica's sales printed version start a steady decline, and eventually even the CD-ROM based encyclopedia, which caused the decline in the first place, and then the web and in the Google. And the third disruptive force is, in my opinion, the Wikipedia, caused even further decline. And it actually have even impacted the sales of CD-ROM based encyclopedia. We use the term disruptive force because it's different technology, sometimes different business model. So if we compare Britannica and Wikipedia from the pricing viewpoint, how content has been generated, how that it's added, and how frequently it can be updated, and also the revenue stream to support the two initiatives here. And last not the least is the quality of the content. I'm going to just leave this as an exercise for you to fill in the blank and find out how these two are different from each other. On a side note, please note that wiki, if someone say wiki, it doesn't mean Wikipedia. It actually means it's an open source content management system. Wikipedia actually use wiki as a development tool to build up its content.